Hello everyone, my name is Charnay and I am the Papyrophile. Welcome to my channel. I am going to do a flip through of a journal that I recently completed. It is quilted fabric on the cover. It's got some keyhole details, some hardware. I am going to try my best to list the different items or different products and brand names that I used within this book, as well as any Etsy shops or kits that I've purchased, including obviously digitals. Okay, so we're gonna start with the cover. So this is Tim Holtz fabric from I believe the Abandoned collection. It has a very, to me at least, ledger slash accounting or invoice sort of feel to it. The theme for this journal is academic and with a heavy leaning toward math and just numbers. You're going to see a lot of ledger paper, a lot of references to famous mathematicians. And so that is the cover. I've got some hardware here, mix of beads, as well as Tim Holtz hardware that I have had in my stash. There's that lock there. This is very, very handmade. As you can see, I left all of my threads from sewing, in addition to this very, very freehand stitching that I've done. I've left some book cloth here that folds over the edge. So let's get started. All right. On this first opening page, we've got a pocket made from the same fabric, and inside I've just tucked a few things that sort of reminded me of the subject matter. To me, this looks very academic. It looks to be written in maybe Dutch or Russian, so I cannot read it. And then some elements and rocks and minerals. Just another page which appears to be kind of academic. This reminds me of engineering, actually. And just a piece of ephemera there. This pocket is huge. It will hold quite a few items for your journaling. Just some stitching. There are a lot of just plain papers here, coffee dyed, most of them, just for writing space. This is truly a writer's journal. Some geometry here. A little piece of dictionary page with some fabric just stitched here. A lot of freehand stitching. My very favorite, ledger paper. You'll find ledger paper and some sort of pocket or policy envelope, something with a nod to office in most of my projects. A little flap here that holds a tag. This came from, the tag came from Salvage Tags by Tim Holtz. I always have problems on camera getting things back into pockets or getting pockets opened and closed. Some math book pages, blank pages, pocket here with some ephemera. Got a playing card of some sort. Tag. And what appears to be German flashcards. And the definitions are the hold of a ship or to procure or acquire. So I just thought those were interesting to throw in. This is also a little tuck spot for something small. Really, these could stay there. Some extra ruffle of that same fabric from the cover. Oh, I did not mention the middle of the signatures. Instead of cutting them short or placing them on the outside of the book, I let the strings dangle in the middle and just added some metal flat beads so that they wouldn't impede writing. Pages, a little map of the world, and this appears to be Canada. The other side of that ledger, again, plenty of writing space. This is truly sort of a writer's journal. This, of course, comes undone, and there is a couple, actually, of glass beads here on the end here, just for interest. And our first piece of ephemera, Archimedes, who obviously was a mathematician, famous mathematician, way back. I believe the 1600s was his era. And this is just a cover of a book of his theorems. And if you're using this journal just to gather everyday thoughts, like a diary or a commonplace journal to write quotes and things, anything can tuck right in there. Some patterns on the coffee dye paper. Another math book page. A little tuck spot. We've got a rusty clip here. I like to add those little touches just to make the entire book feel vintage. Just a journaling card here, stuck into that corner. The other side of the corner, this is some Russian, I believe this is bus ticket. I'm not sure. Because again, I do not speak Russian. It actually looks a little like Greek to me also. Okay. Another tuck spot here. I want to grab something so we can show tuck spots. Come on, desk. Okay, here we go. So, something would tuck right in there. Some more things that reminded me of geometry and sort of how you find math in nature, even though it seems to be a very academic classroom thing. Some more ledger and invoice that I love. This is printed on tracing paper, and it feels a lot like onion skin. More stitching. Another little tuck spot. I thought that was really cute. You could just slide something in and not have to worry about any buckles or strings or what have you. So this is the work of, I believe it's Archimedes, but it could be Newton. I do have some of Newton's notes and writings in this book. Archimedes, Newton, and why is the other name escaping me? It'll come to me. All right, so here is another. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is a book page, and on the other side, we have a little tuck spot. So I just sort of hinged that tag. And of course, this can fold out and hold whatever. I like the idea of using this as a list since it's lined, sort of like old ledger. This tucks right in. And in this corner here, we've got basically a little notebook. And anything obviously can go there. There we go. We've got some information about money and I can never say this word, numismatists, those who are into metal and money and currency. The middle of this signature again has the beads. Another tuck spot that will hold what you need to hold. And this is sort of free floating right on the edge of the paper, so that could be glued down or not, or just taken off altogether. Some interesting math and science behind scuba diving apparatus I thought was cute to add to this. Another tuck spot with a pocket. Some more of what reminds me of geometry. Now this tuck, this pocket is made from glassine that I made myself. And what I did was I forget what YouTube channel I saw this on, I'll have to try and remember and put it in the description. But there's a book page sewn in between the glassine, and I just stamped the book pages, and what it creates is this pocket that's two-sided. So you can, it's just a nice little interesting touch. Something visually nice to have in your journal. The other side of the tuck spot, the same type of two-sided bag. This one I stamped on the book page inside as well. I believe that is Tim Holtz, the stamp. All right, I believe this is, yeah, this is just a journaling spot that's sewn onto some more of this beautiful fabric. This fabric just really reminds me of graph paper or invoice and ledger. Just very, very academic and mathematical to me. So inside this tuck, this is, I cannot remember the name of the mathematician, but this is one of the works in his notebooks that have been found or published. Some more vintage invoice, coffee dye paper, some fabric, some more math page. I'm trying to speed up a little bit here. This is another cute little tuck spot, just made out of book pages. I'm sorry, coffee dye paper. Another book cover. So this would just be the perfect journal for any of the geeks like me, or a teacher, or anybody who is into mathematics and academia. Just some sort of collaged ribbon from the numismatist journal. Again, the study of currency and coins. Yet another tuck. And another mathematic book cover. This one is Newton. All right. And this is just a cute little tuck. I made this journal not too feminine. Obviously can be used by a woman, but it's not frilly. There's no lace or anything like that. Another one of those pockets with the two sides, because that's the way I am. I'm not a rosy, frilly, lacy kind of person. I can most certainly create that way, but this is more my style. Some more ledger, an old French invoice that I printed again on tracing paper that has that onion skin feel to it. Just makes everything feel a little bit older and authentic. I believe actually this graphic is from the Graphics Fairy website, just a download. Right. Another geological. This is actually really, really pretty. Thought it added a nice touch of color to an otherwise neutral journal. Okay. And this is a postal, like a postage slot drop. Just some green vellum with the slot punched, and a tag that I made. And of course, anything, a letter could slide in here. Anything you want to tuck away can go right in. And the other side of that green vellum, just got some ephemera here, just a receipt. And I thought this was very, very cool. This is perforated here. And I don't know what these time cards are for. I'm not even sure it's a time card. I just thought it was something cool to add, because again, I love everything office. When I was a little girl, my mother used to bring home extras that they were going to throw out from work, and it could be copy paper, it could be a stapler, pens, any old notebooks, of course, ledger, or those like notepad, legal notepads. I don't know what it is. Love it. Another theorem drawn out. And I can't even read this. I'm sure not many people walking the earth these days could, but very, very cool to have. And again, that same fabric. More numismatist book page. This is, oh, Euclid. Euclid is the other mathematician that's featured in the book. My brain. So I thought this was very, very, very cool to have a copy of. And that is tucked in this little, it is a tuck pocket, but it is also another notebook. This is another sort of signature that I like to add to my journals. This has, I don't know, 6 or 7 pieces of paper in it to write on. I like to add a little notepad, a little notebook, a little notepad, something like that. Just lovely to me. Again, giving you that academic / office feel. And the last page is coffee dyed paper. And at the back cover, we have the end pages are, the end page is ledger, and then this pocket is ledger as well. It's got an acetate window. A receipt, vintage, from the city of Paris. And this is one of those, as you can see, the number is the same for all of these. This is that carbon copy paper. So all 3 of those, if you write on the top one, it will copy to the bottom. Again, showing my age, remembering what carbon paper was like. And then again, this is from a book that I have. It's actually a Nature's Palette book. But again, this, I could imagine this is what some of the mathematicians or math teachers back then would look like. And again, that geometrical feel, geometrical and geological. So just another piece of ephemera to tuck in. And of course, I tried to make all of my little tuck-ins removable and not actually glued and adhered into the book, so that the buyer, whoever ended up with this journal, could add his or her notes and things in the pocket as they felt. So that is this book. I don't think I said in the beginning the measurements here. 5 3/4 by about 9 inches. Really nice, feels good in the hands. Really great to throw in your bag, briefcase on a day-to-day basis. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.